max points, and you can just drop the boat and then the core immediately afterwards after the vision comes, and it's an easy setup for like a full combo, and that kills almost everybody on the LGD side. So I have a feeling that if Kunkka rotates in, or if the Earthshaker rotates into the Kunkka's lane and fissures from fogs or from smoke, the Quap should be dead.
So, Gabe, I've been wanting to ask you, man.
Okay.
What is more your type of cleavage, the Kunkka or the Queen of Pin?
Definitely the Kunkka.
Yeah, you seem like more of a Kunkka fan.
I am.
I myself am a Queen of Pain fan, but to each his own.
She doesn't have any
your choices. Oh, I mean, it's called a double entendre.
That's half an entendre. That's not even a thing.
30 seconds.
Moving back. Sometimes when you get called out, there's just nothing else to say than just to move on. So Ame's actually looking like he's doing like this aggro dual lane setup with the Bane. I like this against the Morphling. What was it? Ping. Okay, but Ame, this is a hero that he likes to be aggressive against the heroes like Morphling, where Morphling level 1 is not all that scary in lane.
Victory.
The heavy stat build coming up from Paparazzi. This is a classic back when Juan used to include a circlet.
Oh, look at that one right there. He's pick up, bound, run away from these folks. Although he's going to get sharded. Kind of doesn't matter as much because it's lower cooldown. He should still be able to walk away from this, I think.
They're still chasing.
Oh, they're actually walking the field back.
Not enough.
Out there has a salve if he needs to use or just some more tangos. He's going to salve. They head off.
Okay, Ame's giving the whole back and forth like last game we saw. He walked all the way from bottom to top, back to bottom. Surprisingly, I think he wants to be against Morphling.
Maybe the other lanes are the bigger issues that they have. But we'll see how this mid matchup goes too. Maybe they can keep the Tusk stuck into one lane. We also are pull of the previous by Lanham right now, who's going to be taking it through the jungle while mid lane a lot of damage is being dealt. But yeah, they're going to pull this wave through and should get a nice little time for the Lycan off lane.
These Banes, they just walk into the lane and enfeeble the carry. Paparazzi does still have 35 damage, a little bit better than the 19 we saw on Gyro yesterday, but still quite difficult to last it.
He's under fire.
He's thinking full agility the whole time. Look, doesn't seem like he had all too much thinking at the moment, especially with his level 1 enfeeble. So he's just gonna sit here. He's got 9 tanks. He's not all too worried. There's an enormous wave of push into side of LGD, so.
Now, FY gonna come back here, contest for 11th farm. Trying whatever denies he can. This is often how you make this off-lane Lycan work. You just get a little bit of help in that big creep wave pushing in bottom. Like you said, they're gonna try and pull Ame back into it. Doppelganger's back, and there's a ton of experience.
The second time he's lifted him when there's like a bunch of creeps and you're doing basically the maximum harass by utilizing the creeps to hit while he lifts them, and that's super good play. But mid lane, quite a trade going on. Somnus took a lot of damage from these creeps, but he has that salve and Ori does not, so that's perfectly fine trade for Somnus. Gonna fill himself back to full, and Ori does have it flying out to him on the courier as well as the bracer.
One of the
This
heroes
CS should even out a little bit after this creep wave. 10 and 2 on the Kunkka versus 7-1 on the Quap.
This top lane, it seems like 11's holding on. He's getting a decent amount of farm versus this Tusk Omni right now. Not too bad.
This is not the kind of lane Lycan wants to be in, though, just because he wants to get that like early home of the Dominator and apply a lot of tower pressure, but he won't be able to do that because of the fact that he's behind a hero like Omni, who's just a wall. They're going
on him.
Dire's top tower.
See if they can
Shards
take
gonna come out, see if they can catch him here.
nice patience on the shards.
Getting out of there.
Fissure
Oh,
TP.
Landing with the perfect timing on that Fisher.
He has no sustain on 11, so that's not even that bad for them that they don't get that kill. He can't walk back into this lane. He's flying himself some tangos and salves, but that's gonna take quite a while to get there.
X comes out mid, there's a torrent on the Quap, he's just gonna blink out, but that's a significant amount of harass coming out.
here's another Tidebringer here. Trying to use it there to punish Somnus. That wants to dominate the lane with it.
The salve up in the back here.
He has
Sure
a
that he can
bottle
stay.
coming out on Somnus, which is a pretty big deal for him.
So I like the way that they've been playing this. They've been sort of keeping that Tusk stuck up here in the top lane, and that means they can't rotate to help out the Queen Pain. Instead, it's been the Earthshaker that's been making all these rotations. So pretty impressive play from Lana so far on here that I think a lot of people thought was kind of dead.
Paparazzi actually put a point in his adaptive strike in order to get CS. Sad world we live in.
11, taking some more damage. The purification is in, and first blood drawn by Chalice.
There it is. Chalice is pretty happy with it.
And I look forward to FY most likely rotating out of this lane as soon as he feels like this Omni's good with him, and I think that's about now.
He's got Soul Ring coming out of the courier.
Yeah.
He's versus Lycan. I think he'll be able to sit in this
And that's the
lane
beauty of a hero like Omni. Give him a little bit of a lead and then just say, you do your thing, man. You're going to win your lane. You're going to put a lot of pressure on the opponent laner. And you see him just walking at 11. And now that allows you to pressure other lanes. That is actually just going to look like he's walking back to base, eventually.
No, so they got a DD on the Queen of Pain, so I think he's going to just pop the mango and see if he can go for the fissure. But they have caught Somnus already, so in some trouble. He's going to blink away, but pulled back in and killed. And they make that rotation a little bit too late.
Tried to time it perfectly, but didn't quite work out.
Looks like Tusk is just going to sit middle and get a little bit of levels while he waits.
Another example of a game where I don't think... I mean, this one's a little bit different than last. I don't think either mid laner should be dying here.
I mean, I guess it's just those rotations, right? Which...
Yeah, this game is a little different, wasn't it? So good. But XO, a little bit of trouble here. Follow-up stun from Lana into the future. And that's really racking up the impact from the 4-position Earthshaker this early on in the game. He has 1,100 gold.
Maybe he will be able to counter this beat.
Yeah, if you get an early blink, that's no joke. But he probably goes for mana boots because he has a Morphling. Yeah. There you go.
predicted. There you go.
Yeah, predicting that the support shaker would get mana boots. Mom, look at me now.
Doing it. Now, we're going to XT, bring himself back there. Bottom lane, we're seeing that constant pressure. The fissure is not going to block him off, but just keep him from getting whatever little CS they can. And since the Phantomizer does not have a stick right now or anything, you can just spam out these spells constantly.
FY is checking runes now. He's lurking mid, probably hoping that he will play aggressive as he is now. I don't know if they'll plan on going at him without a little bit more harass.
Oh. Have another X if they want to use it, but
All the cleave damage.
yeah, this is where the lane becomes hard. Like, I think early on, if Tusk was there, then they could probably get the kill, but now it's becoming really tough to lane against Lakanka.
And he's not even level 7 yet. The max Tidebringer, worse in cooldown.
Dyer's bottom
6.5
tower
minutes
is
in right now, and still relatively even. Oh, Queen of Pain comes back in. They still have the boat. They want to try and turn this one. The Sonic Wave is down, but the boat coming in. The turn snowball, great save, and they kill him off as Lamb just has to look on.
Sick patience by FY, you know. A lot of Tusks, they would just snowball to go on for the kill, but he knows that their only counterplay is the boat. He's just holding on to it so that they don't have to disengage and then re-engage from the boat. And that's why they picked the Tusk against the Kunkka.
Looks like Ame is doing a whole lot better than Paparazzi in this bot lane as expected with this Pain spamming and Feeble.
Surprisingly, Paparazzi's game isn't terrible, which is pretty much all you can ask for against a Bane like this, I think.
I think the stick choice by him was super good because like X-Nova's always just enfeebling him. He's maxing that out, so he's gonna have it all the time. So he's constantly got a full stick. So
It's
never
super
really
value on Orf, who's like high armor, low health hero. Oh, he tried to use Adapt Strike and actually gets denied. Whenever you utilize mana and spells, oh, they're going on Ame.
They're gonna be able to find this kill. They've got the waveform through in a second, waiting for his opening. Adapt Strike, not enough.
Yeah, but whenever you have to use those abilities to try to get CS, then it gets denied anyway. It's pretty crippling. He can just walk and shrine up the side of the PL. Checking the rune is FY. It's going to be top. Somnus gets an illusion rune. Not exactly a game-changing rune for Queen of Pain.
11, almost to his HOD here. He's got just the Glove of Haste remaining to pick up.
I hope he looks to rotate to a different lane if he ever ults. He's never killing the Zombie Knight, so if he wants to do something, it's elsewhere. I like the way Chalice is playing up in his face.
Knows he's got no threat on the other side.
Yeah, he's not going to rotate. Kunkka rotations, he can just repel off the X. There's no counterplay on the side of Vici. to what Omni Knight's doing. And that's super important for all these players. Like, they know, like, when we pick this hero, we look to see, how do I die? What's it look like? And he knows there actually is no way he dies unless he just walks into 4 heroes. And so he can sit behind the tier 1 with no fear, and he's going to have a massive impact this game on the Omni.
Bottom lane, they get the lift back there onto the Bane, trying to bring him down, but the turnaround is going to be there as well. Fenrir being forced back out. So they're fine. Again, heroes sitting mid, Lanham just throwing out those fissures and locking Somnus off, and they're going next now. But again, FY comes in. They're going to drop the boat as well. They have the snowball ready to save away as Ori gets jumped in on top of, and now they take him down yet again.
I love this rotation from Charles. I hope he runs right back top after this is said and done.
Again, perfect patience from FY, doing exactly what Brian had mentioned earlier, allowing a clean kill. They're going to get some damage on this tower here.
Chalice going back home. He knows, like, he's the only one that can easily deal with this Lycan, so if he leaves top and this Lycan can actually put pressure on buildings, so he makes that rotation, but immediately goes back top, and Fenrir's dead. Wow, I didn't see it.
Looked like it must have just been a Spirit Lance and some other brain saps being thrown out there. It's
No
a lot
points
of
in
damage.
Nightmare. Wow.
Paparazzi takes another nuke, and Enfeeble is there. They're going to bring back in Rubik. Ame is up in his face right now, doing a good bit of damage. He's having to go over towards strength form, both Landon coming in as well, able to get the fissure block off. They get the waveform through, not actually doing enough damage. He jumped into Somnus now, so Paparazzi going to fall, and Vici are just falling apart here. Lanham only level 4 himself, and he throws out one of the enchant totems. The fissure as well, it's not nearly doing enough damage to Ame, and nobody is going to come down to help these guys out. 4 bottom, and LGD killing them all.
And he's just bottled up and earned an Ame, so he's good to go after basically dropping down on no health, no mana. And this is exactly how PL wants to play, and this is why PL, they did pick it against the Morphling. It's just a faster hero. He comes online much sooner. He's able to be much more impactful, survivable, and just offers a lot more damage to the stage. And now that he has this level 6 up, he can send illusions to take the tower and make it so his catapult will deal a lot of damage. I'll probably even take this tier 1.
Yeah.
A lot of
Be careful.
I was still lurking.
There's a lot of creeps in the area. He's thinking about it, but can't get within range. Great shards there as well to back him out, and
Almost like why Phantom Lancer's not all that bad against Earthshaker, but he might be in trouble now. No illusions though.
Lifted. There's the jump in, and Somnus just finds another kill. Ame low, but not dead yet. He is eventually going to fall though. They still managed to take down the tower. Fenrir going to die to Somnus as well. His Queen of Pain is just wrecking havoc everywhere. And now he does have a Sonic Wave backup in 3 seconds. If they can manage to bait it out long enough for Paparazzi, he's thinking about going for this jump in. Sonic Wave and the jump. No, he missed on the scream.
Omni Knight actually just died to Lycan solo.
How does...
Legitimately have no idea how that happened.
The HOD up. I don't know what happened. He had a Satyr creep with him as the HOD creep. I'm not
That's
sure.
a pretty big deal going on, but meanwhile, they're cleaning up Bane's Fiend full duration on the Kunkka, and Somnus is wicked sick. I've heard this guy's a decent quad player.
Getting out of hand. Like, it's completely falling apart now.
Probably the best quad in the world, actually. Maybe.
See?
I think Abe's quad is absolutely bonkers. I'm not trying to take anything away from Miss Triple C, but I'm also surprised they don't pick this hero for him more often because he just puts on clinic every single game they pick it.
This is the type of game where you can keep this lead going and still go from it. Like LGD, it just doesn't look like Vici has been able to pull anything together really. And Rubik does get his level 6 or 7 now, 6 now, so he's going to have Purification available, level 4. But
yeah, there's just going to be so much space for PL to farm because of the aggressive Quap as well as the Omni Knight being able to play up in the faces.
Poke comes out mid on the Omni. It's like he may get bursted down. There it is.
Wow, so many stunts.
Echo Slam committed for that.
turnaround though, Somnus is still here, and he has no Sonic Wave, but still a lot of damage. And
punch.
still in Lowe's punch, not bad. Somnus running uphill into 4 heroes, still is able to jump out of there. Paparazzi jumps in, good play there, taking over the Queen of Pain, but can't go off its line. Wants to go for another blink, another Scream of Pain. They get the silence, the Nightmare onto him. No feed grip, but the snowball is there. Paparazzi almost dead. Can he turn this back around? He blinks forward, trying to play maybe Squad better than him, but it's not happening yet. Waveform forward finds the kill, but Paparazzi can't get out. If he manages to escape from this, unreal, but it is not meant to be. Godlike maybe at 13 minutes.
Agony.
13 minutes. Still in Lowe's punch, not bad. Somnus running uphill into 4 heroes, still is able to jump out of there. Paparazzi jumps in, good play there, taking over the Queen of Pain, but can't go off its line. Wants to go for another blink, another Scream of Pain. They get the silence, the Nightmare onto him. No feed grip, but the snowball is there. Paparazzi almost dead.
He just knows how to push the limits on this Queen of Pain. Like, he just blinks into the fight like 3 or 4 times on a hero that usually the only way you die is by blinking in, but knowing exactly when to go in, it just comes from playing a lot of Queen of Pain. As I mentioned, Ame is just allowed to farm during all this, and surprisingly 11 is pretty dang formed. He almost has Necrobug 1, so that could be quite impactful soon on in the game. How he's higher level than Chalice, I guess, after killing him solo. But
Fiends onto Lycan as he tries to run away, and it comes off cooldown. It's used immediately.
Not quite close enough. They were smoked up on Vici, but they just caught out on Chalice before they actually get there. Or not, sorry, on Chalice, but on 11.
That's the difference. Just those couple of seconds slower, and it means that Lycan dies.
It was kind of sad there. It was on the side of 11 because he saw that this gank was coming over, but he didn't quite catch vision of the Bane in time. So when he ran back in, when his team was smoked behind him, expecting to be able to survive, that Fiend's Grip came out, and that was just about the only thing on the map that could kill him.
Song is blinking in aggressively. DD rune, boat hits, but it doesn't matter. Fenrir's in trouble. He goes down to the Omni Knight heal. Chalice with the double kill. What's he going for next on that Omni Knight? He's going for the pipe. I like it a lot. That removes pretty much every hero in the game except for the Cleave from Kuka and the Lycan, and they have GA for that. So this PL almost has Diffusal. He's quite strong at this stage in the game. Somnus hasn't shown what item he's choosing to go. I'd really like him to go this Orchid, like an Orchid build.
So I'm just going to say, to all those people out there that complain about Kunkka, he's only good when you get to that 25, so please don't nerf my guy. Let's see, Paparazzi now is going to switch over to Waveform. Does look like he's going to be able to get out of there, and in fact, if they want to turn it instead of the FY, it's not going to happen quite yet. They are turning on an X-Nova to see if they can kill him off, but Chalice shows up as well and has Purification, another Nightmare Throne. He can take that one off of him if he wants, but that was actually from the Rubik. So they still jump forward and find a kill on the Lanham.
It's snowball onto Fenrir. Might catch him out here. He has nothing. Oh, quite.
Shards just
a little bit
barely
off on the
off.
shards, yeah.
I do like this Treads pick up on the Morphling here on Paparazzi. I think he knows that they're going to have a lot of little skirmishes like that, and it's just such a valuable item on a hero like Morphling that's can pump out right-click damage, you know, but
he's just getting enfeebled, though, if you've seen these fights. He's been hitting for virtually 0 damage. I'm not saying I disagree with you, but this is not a game that Morphling can actually fight at this stage in the game is the problem. That he kind of has to, so I agree that his adjustment is good, but they're already down by 6k, and this is just a situation where Vici kind of has do-nothing cores, and Kunkka's their only do-something core, and they have Tusk, Doppelganger, as well as Omni Knight to basically nullify his ability to do anything in this game, in terms of making kills happen, at least. And so how, like, other than 11 getting that solo kill onto Chalice, I don't really see many more kills happening for VG. Earthshaker is, let's see, where is he? He's not even close to his Blink Dagger.
They need to set it up with the Earthshaker and the Kunkka together, and that's the only way that I think that they can really kill people, unless Lycan like ultis onto somebody. Ame is up here, and this is maybe an opportunity, but they don't have the Kunkka. Not sure if this is going to be good enough. Echo Slam, never mind! Just drop everything on him.
Yeah, I don't think Ame has to be playing this aggressively. Same idea here. His team is smoked up behind him, just exactly what we saw in the opposite direction, but obviously very much worth for the side of Vici. Surprised these guys are getting caught out like right before their teams are getting here. I guess they just don't expect themselves to die. And he went for the Yules and the Queen of Pain. Helps him dodge the X. Also lets him play on the map more for the mana regen.
Almost caught there with the... maybe is just thinking about going in here. Like you said, with that Yule Scepter feeling pretty close to invincible.
Helm Dome Creep, 200 gold.
This is the second one they took out as well. So Lycan just had it off of cooldown, and now another creep taken away. It's 400 gold in the space of about a minute and a half.
Radiant's middle tower is not safe.
Looks like LGD is just going to pressure down this mid tower. They know that they're in the strong position in this game, and that the VG game can't really respond.
Radiant's middle tower
This Morphling's not going to come online for a very long time.
Very tough game right now, and with the jump and the repel that maybe Queen of Pain blows up the Earthshaker, and oh, the rest of Vici is here. Paparazzi takes over the Omni Knight, so he can repel himself and then jump in, or he's going to repel Ori instead, and now the boat comes out. They take him down. Not bad. Chalice also trying to get out of here. He does get the Guardian Angel, though. Doesn't connect onto Maybe Queen of Pain, Samus running out of there is why going to try and snowball off away to the creep. Does look like he's going to be able to escape for the moment. The Nightmare there on to Bane. He's starting to drop. So LGD actually losing more and more heroes. This is a dieback.
Dieback on Bane, yeah. He came in with the grip and used it on the on the Coco, but he just did not have the damage for it.
He's setting up for those cheaper buybacks in the future.
Oh,
Think about it.
the next level play.
FY getting caught here on the Tusk. He gets the snowball off, but that's just delaying the inevitable. Maybe he'll die to the stop.
He's looking for it.
Oh, they stun the Ancients.
Close, but no cigar.
Dire's bottom
But a
tower
5,000
is
gold
under
lead
attack.
at 18 minutes into this game. Not insurmountable, and they're starting to bring it back with the net worth and experience leads pulling closer, but it's a long road.
Paparazzi still working on this Lincoln Sphere. He's about halfway there. Necro
Without the
3.
Lycan, I don't know how they killed this Omni.
Necro 3 is coming out very soon in this Lycan. He's going to be quite a big threat. But the question is how do you get these, these do-nothing cores, as you were saying? How do you get them back online in time?
I think they just have to keep doing what they're doing, where they're taking fights when LGD presents them to them. Like, don't let LGD get too many objectives for free. And LGD is trying to force the issue, as you see here. But I think Vici's on the counterplay train. That's all they have to do is they have to sit on their side of the map, farm up, and then make sure they don't just get ran over.
It looks like LGD is trying to force something down mid. They have a smoke here. They're trying to catch somebody behind the tower. Ward coming out from X-Nova.
No
trying to
like
get vision
ulti
of them.
just yet. So they're going to try to wait for that.
Vici Gaming is aware of the fact they need to be ready to respond at any point in time, and they're just sitting as 5 heroes over here farming away.
Radiant's
Duncan
middle
doesn't have a
tower may
TP.
need a hand.
Paparazzi does, but it's getting close to the bounty runes, and that means that they're going to give up a couple of them in exchange for this tower, it looks like. So Ori picks up one, Chalice gets the other. They get the tower.
The ending.
That's
It's something.
pretty good. I'll take that anytime.
Yeah, once they have this Morphling Lincolns, he'll be... Oh, but he's TPing into Tusk. So quite an odd TP. They can just run at him now. They know he has no way out of this, but the only way this is good for Vici is that they plan to fight around this. And I don't think they want to fight down here. Very odd. It lets the Queen of Pain freely push top. Not a fan of this TP. The only way this is good is either fighting around here or if they try to take this tier on bottom. Because when a carry like this TPs to bottom, he's pretty much dragging at least 1 or 2 heroes, if not his entire team, with him. So there's either going to be a fight bottom or nothing at all. And I think both situations favor LGD.
You can see Paparazzi playing very safe down here. He has a ward above him. He was concerned they were going to come from further down the lane.
He knows
he scanned
they're
him out.
there, yeah.
Yep, got them both there. So he's just going to back off, meet up with his team again.
This is like a map surrendering TP though. I've talked about this a decent amount, where it allows top lane to get pushed in. It allows them to push in bottom as well on the side of LGD, and then they also can defend it. As long as LGD doesn't get caught out on Chalice, he does. Is there a blink on Shaker? No, not quite yet.
Not in position. They do have shards on Fenrir to maybe set something up, but as you said, everybody's splitting out across the map. If they want to come back and defend the mid tower, they can, or Chalice is just going to back away and give it up.
Surprisingly enough, they're just too scared of that Lycan Necro Book 3 and ulti. They're just going to walk in a rush
Hang out Roche here. There it is. He's actually going to send the minions.
to check for wards with the true sight. That's a good idea.
Well, does look like LGD are going to move in and contest this, have an idea that it's going on, and there is a scan. They hit there onto Fenrir, who's sitting outside of the pit. Roche is down to about half HP right now. They're going to send in the first round shards. 11 actually fully blocked in right there. He can't get out of the pit inside of his ultimate. Chalice lifted, but they're still inside of here and now going to run away.
And
Very,
he
very nice
cannot do
shards.
anything when they have no Lycan ulti. He's the strongest hero on their team effectively as of now. Not just in farm, but in terms of game impact and timings. And they're just smoked up. LGD is not afraid of anything.
I'm sure that was
No
just
care.
a pleasant surprise on the side of LGD. FY probably saw his shards come when he scouted it out with his chisel and was very happy with
Orchid
it.
on co-op, by the way.
Oh, blinking in. They find the Rubik, but can't blow him up yet. Paparazzi does have Lincoln Sphere for the beginning of this fight if he wants to turn it.
I don't know how Vici takes a fight here. Chalice is unkillable with no Lycan ulti.
Doesn't look like LGD feel comfortable forcing it yet, at least.
Yeah, I don't know if they can necessarily force anything, but Vici does have to sit up 5 heroes here because they can't leave their half of the map when LGD is playing like this. And you catch the Bane with the X, but that's not going to happen. There's just too much counter initiation on the side of LGD. Omni's actually queued up Radiance, which I think makes it so it's even more coarse on the side of LGD. which is absolutely fine.
They just got the Blink Dagger delivered on the Tusk. So more save coming out from LGD. A lot of different things. Bane Nightmare, all of Omni's kit, and walking forward, trying to find an opening. That's Quap already on to 111, in trouble, but not yet dead. The Fissure is also blocking him off slightly from getting in towards the rest of his team. 11 just gonna die. Maybe finds the kill there. Beyond Godlike and Ori also in some trouble. They have shards again in 2 seconds, and Sonic Wave down. They've got him caught in there in spite of the repel, but Queen of Pain just goes down with the turnaround coming from Paparazzi. They managed to find that kill, and now Chalice gonna see if he can get out of there. The Lycan buyback, he can go for the full TP away, and it looks like it's gonna be able to escape, but they got Guardian Angel from them.
They might just walk right into Roche. No Queen of Pain for 30 seconds.
Whatsoever. Lycan ulti is already popped, so he's just gonna use all of his minions here.
Maybe just dying.
Yeah, I mean, that was honestly all Paparazzi, turning that with the stolen Omni, and then he repels the Kunkka, I believe it was, and he just wasn't ready for that, the Queen of Pain, and since if you're expecting to kill the target, suddenly you get this 600 HP swing between you and your target, and the guy's gonna live. That's just like something you just don't expect.
No.
The way PL's playing with these illusions.
More fun cooldown still. They have Ame in the area as well. Chalice just walks into the pit. Come at me. They still have Guardian Angel, though, able to turn that back around. Now the Torrent, the boat, it comes in, but the snowball save on top of the Echo. Beautiful play coming in from FY, saving his core as Chalice, doing a good bit of damage to 11 as well. And now maybe it's back into this. They're starting to take them down low. Kunkka about to die. FY God.
FY has just been showing up left and right. Both of these series, game 1 and this one now. He's had these incredible shards, these snowball save coming out almost guaranteed on every sticky situation thus far. It's just incredible. That should not have been a fight that was that easy for LGD to take, but instead they don't even get their cores down low. They are able to walk right back into this Roche pit, and now they're just, you know, back into control of this game.
Yeah, and this is like the virtue of heroes like PL, like Queen of Pain. They never really have to commit to the fight. So heroes like Earthshaker, it's just super awkward for them to, when do you go? And then suddenly you see this opening and just get saved by snowball. So like this Earthshaker's job is incredibly difficult, and it may seem like he's just the 4 position, but like if you compare his impact to what the Tusk can do in these fights, it's absolutely not even close.
Seems like every time VP Gaming is making these plays to get themselves back into the game, it's FY who makes some sort of big play to swing it back into the favor of LGD.
Well, I think the other thing to talk about there is that it's Vici that are having to make plays to get them back into the game, right? Like, it's the fact that they're behind because of all the stuff that LGD did well in the early stages of this game. And it's always feeling like Vici are on the back foot. An 11,000 gold lead now.
I think whenever you give maybe Quap in a game where he's allowed to be active in the early to mid game and they can just play around him, it's like one of the scariest heroes on, I think, any player out there. Like, he just always performs on this.
I really like this Ame picking up. He went Diffusal into S&Y, and he's just going to pick up this heart right away. He knows that the only way that he's ever going to die is if he gets bursted down by this Earthshaker, this Morphling, or even the Kunkka. But with the amount of HP that's about to come out on this hero in the regen, he's never going to go down.
It's all flat damage too. It doesn't ever get him to be more.
Exactly.
Once he hits this critical threshold, the only way he's really ever going to die is like a Morphling later on in the game, but Morphling being, honestly, like, even though he's only 2k gold behind the PL, the fact is the top 3 net worths in the game are LGD.
Mid lane, FY, not going to be taken down instead. He just Walrus punches Ori, and now it's an around to him as well. Chasing away the dust. They're going to look for this guy, see if they can get him. The Fiend's Grip for good measure, and even when Ori tries to make a little play onto that, support's not going to be there.
Maybe gets Aegis taken out immediately.
Okay, this is looking okay for Vici here. They're going to pop the Lycan ultimate as well, trying to run away from everybody else. And if they get out with this is big, but Paparazzi and a duck and dive, maybe just blinks right on top of him. They found Paparazzi out of mana, in trouble, and going to go down.
Beautiful. And we do have Earthshaker and 11 up here pushing out this top wave to ensure that LGD can't push off of that. He's just going to TP out, make sure he doesn't beat himself.
Goodness. It's a tough go right now for Vici Gaming. It's just getting worse and worse. There's little things like, you know, taking that Aegis off of maybe it's big, but
I will say from a PL's perspective, I think one of the hardest things to deal with is when the enemy team is able to itemize and play in a way that they kind of just ignore you, stuff like Crimson Guard, and they don't have any of that on the side of Vici. So this PL is going to be effective for the entire course of the game, and it's never going to like... The only way his effectiveness will dwindle is if they finally get to that stage where it's Kunkka level 25, has like double Daedalus, and just one-shots him. But aside from that, you know, if the game never reaches that point, then this PL is absolutely... they can't deal with it. They have no way to chew through this health, and Ame's been playing really smart in these fights. He just sends illusions in. He actually hasn't committed to a single kill, and if you really want to know why PL's not bad against Earthshaker, watch this replay and understand how you play team fights, because this Earthshaker has no counterplay to just sending illusions at his cores, and PL just sitting in the back. And eventually when the Earthshaker finally fissures or commits, then the PL is allowed to go in.
Chalice is just now finishing his Radiance.
And that's just so scary. So much just like
They just got a lot of gold.
damage.
20,
Yeah, just
28-minute drums pipe Radiance. That is terrifying.
Yeah.
and almost Shiva's done on Somnus as well.
I mean, you just compare the farm on him, and it's just been everything this game. Ori is at 9K net worth. He's almost like the FY is catching up to him at this point. And there's the heart done on the PL. Vici really, really struggling. Right?
I love the Eon disc queued up on the Omni Knight as well. Just in case they manage to happen to burst me, I'll just have an Eon disc.
Free repel, free purification, whatever you want. Get off. It just seems like LGD has been in control of this game. Chalice, ever since he got that free lane, got guaranteed that soul ring, and then put in a 1v1 situation versus Lycan, he's just been snowballing. Like they haven't really had an answer for him. Lycan got a few pickoffs on him, but the rest of LGD was always making plays.
I like at least what Vici are doing here with the, hiding off to the side in the creep waves, ready to cut them whenever possible. And they're kind of like delaying this game because, as we said, there is that sort of late game scenario of a Kunkka with level 25 and a lot more gold on him. But this is the way that you do it. It's sort of the long, hard slog to get there, as 11 is going to be found by Ame and the stomp from the creep. Although I think that this creep might get away.
Yeah, he has no active on the defusal, but he's also not afraid of anything, so he can just chase it.
Maybe not.
And Ame's just tanking up raw health. Who cares? Because there's no defensive items on the side of Vici, so in terms of like Crimson's, like I said, so no damage mitigation is probably the better way of wording it. He doesn't need any damage items, and Morphling is... But meanwhile, PL just solo killing the Rubik.
Okay. Well, that's less good for them then.
He's getting ran at by Lycan, but that's a multiple target hero against a single target Lycan.
Oh no.
Baiting with the illusion.
All right, the turnaround. Sonic Wave comes out as well. It's on to a bunch of them, and 11 just trying to run the Yule Scepter to lift up Paparazzi. Turns into the Omni Knight. He's going to try and save his buddy. Purification, Repel as well, but now Paparazzi needs to escape. So it looked like with that they might work, but FY is there again with the punch. The Echo Slam, it's not nearly enough damage though, and the Snowball just pulls him further away. And Morphling silenced, walking out of there, but it's all on the retreat. And LGD just streaming forward, taking these heroes down. Ori enfeebled. This Kunkka is not where he wants to be. And the building's being assaulted. It's LGD again, showing they are the dominant force in China.
Vici Gaming just doesn't really have an answer. There was that initial dive there where Ame had a bunch of illusions out on top of the Lycan, and the Earthshaker came in for this, quick Echo Slam, but Somnus just blinks in, gets the Orchid off on the Earthshaker, and immediately just ignores him, moves on to another target.
We got a long days, folks, and LGD do not want to stick around that much longer. They're trying to end the game right now. They know that after this one, they have a couple more series to play, more games to play.
Only one series, but a lot of games.
A lot of games. BGJ Storm sitting over here, probably watching these same games.
They're probably just taking a nap.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're confident. This is an A Dota. We don't need to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not studying up, preparing for this LGD. Maybe he's looking threatening.
Didn't work for you guys.
Oh, no.
Well, sorry, what team were you on?
That's a pretty good point there.
Full duration Fiend's Grip. They give him the GG. Well played. And LGD kind of just looked like the better team today, and I'm glad to see that because no offense to Vici Gaming, but they didn't really put on a show against VGJ yesterday. So I think this will kind of bode for a much more exciting final series. And the one thing I wanted to say that I learned from this game,